What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into The Flash issue number 794. This will be part 6 of the 1 Minute War. With the Fraction being moments away from victory, they forgot about one thing: an almost 10-year-old girl with red hair and the power to turn things around. Not only is Irey out here kicking some butt, but she has also found out what her new superhero name is going to be, and she is going to use it while also saving the Flash family from certain doom. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we jump into part 6 of the 1 Minute War, we are picking up with Irey West and Miss Murder. Miss Murder had been sent here to take out the headquarters of the Flash family, and Irey West is the one left behind protecting the world's greatest heroes. This includes Superman. Now that Miss Murder has found her, Irey is refusing to stand down. As these two go head to head, Miss Murder is letting us know that Irey has some really untapped potential, some power that she has yet to truly unlock. But even that untapped potential, that is not enough to stop the Fraction. That is not enough to save her family, telling Irey that in fact they have already lost, that her Poppy, aka Jay Garrick, he has been stabbed, and Wally West is dead. While these two are having this confrontation, we see Superman very slowly but surely moving his hands. With Irey in the grasp of Miss Murder, Superman is able to grab hold of the two dogs, these hellhounds that she uses to track down speedsters. Hearing these hellhounds yelp, Miss Murder turns around. This gives Irey just a small opportunity. But what's more is we see Jai. Now Jai is connected to the Speed Force, but he doesn't have speedster abilities like everybody else. He turns the Speed Force into strength. And with all of the Speed Force just spilling out everywhere, Jai is dang near invincible. Using a small opportunity, his body is hurled directly towards Miss Murder. That's when Irey grabs hold of him and she uses him as a bowling ball. With Miss Murder heavily wounded, she lets Irey know that she will return to have her vengeance. Superman still having pieces of those hellhounds in his hand, Irey goes up to Superman and thanks him for what he did, saying that she guesses that he is pretty great. But now it is time to save the day. That's what takes us out to the battlefield. Linda right now is an absolute mess. They just witnessed the death of Wally West. And while Jesse Quick is trying to get hold of her, telling her that there is nothing they can do, they find themselves completely surrounded. Jumping over to the rest of our speedsters, they are currently being held prisoner, but they are also demanding to know where the last one is. They know that there is someone else out there, that somebody being Barry Allen. Right now, he doesn't know what to do, trying to use his big brain and figure a way out of this situation. That is when he feels a rumbling. The earth is vibrating. And as the Fraction looks off into the distance, they hear this rumbling thinking that maybe this is thunder. But Jay Garrick knows that that is his granddaughter. This is where we see Irey come speeding in, and she is carrying Jai with her. Coming in like a freaking wrecking ball, we see Irey throw her brother, and it sends everybody flying. This gives them just a moment to be able to break free of those that are keeping them captive. And Irey has finally figured out her superhero name. Her new code name is Thunderheart. With Jesse Quick and Linda being put into the back of one of these vehicles of the Fraction, the doors slam closed, but what we see is the individual that they had rescued. He is in here in disguise, and now they have one of their tanks. And Irey is on the outside using her brother as a wrecking ball, smashing every single ship that comes by. She is just laying waste to the Fraction as she catches up with Barry Allen, asking what is going on and what happened to her dad. With Barry breaking the news to her, we see tears coming down her eyes. As the Fraction begins to retreat, they still have Jay Garrick. Just losing her father, Irey loses it, grabbing hold of her brother and trying to use him as a battering ram. She is determined to save her Poppy, but her brother's body simply bounces off the Fraction wall. While she struggles to break down this wall, the rest of the Flash family, they are loading up into the tank and getting ready to do what they need to do. As they head over to Max Mercury and Barry Allen, they find out what is truly going on right now with Irey. Barry doesn't know how to handle the situation, so he sends, of course, Linda over to handle it. An absolute emotional wreck right now. Irey is just struggling. As her mother comes up, she goes and holds her. They cry together, knowing that they just lost their father, that she just lost her husband. But inside the Fraction's home base, we have Jay Garrick, who is currently chained up and he is being tortured. They want to know where is the headquarters. Of course, Jay Garrick will never give up the location. But with Miss Murder returning, they now have the location of the Organics headquarters. That's when they say to give Jay Garrick to the doctor. Back at home base, Barry Allen is sitting in isolation as everybody is mourning the loss of Wally and the kidnapping of Jay Garrick. Today, there is no wall that could hold back the hurt that he is feeling, the pain that he is enduring. Wally always said that they were better together. All of them, the Flash family as he called it. But they're not together anymore. This is where Barry gets an idea, thinking about together. Thinking that together they can fix this. Going over to the whiteboard, he starts writing out a formula, with Jesse Quick coming in saying the Fraction has found Mr. Terrific's lab. They are loading everybody up, all of the heroes that are unable to move because the Speed Force is active. But Barry knows how to win this war. Not just win this war, but to make it so that it never happened in the first place. Which definitely sounds like a great idea in theory, but it also sounds like they may be manipulating with time. Now, with Jay Garrick currently tied up to a table and the doctor getting ready to do his experiments, very excited to open up Jay Garrick and see what makes him tick. As the doctor comes over, we see Jay having one of his teeth that were knocked loose. He spits it with a ferocity, and it goes right into the doctor's Speed Force armor, right into the very center of it, where it is the weakest point. This causes it to go haywire, and for a brief moment, this gives him the opportunity to break his cuffs. Jay Garrick wasting no time, he takes care of the guards, he takes care of the doctor, he grabs a gun, and now it is time for the Fraction to see what Jay Garrick can truly do. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Definitely another fun issue. The 1 Minute War has been tons of fun. It's good to see all of our speedsters working together. The Flash family mostly in one place. And while right now they're mourning the death of Wally West, at first I believe that maybe he didn't actually die. Maybe he was absorbed into the Speed Force, which is still very much a possibility. But with Barry now proposing a new idea, believing that all of them together can prevent this war from ever happening, it sounds like in a moment of grief, he is turning to what he knows. We have seen how many times traveling back in time and changing something has affected not only Barry Allen, but the entire timeline. Maybe he is thinking that with all the speedsters together, they can change the timeline, they can change the events without truly affecting the timeline. but that is still very dangerous territory to try and go in. So while Barry tries to figure all of that out, we also have Irey, who has finally come up with her code name. That code name being Thunderheart. And I think that this is a very fitting name for our young Irey. I'm excited about the next issue, not only to see what Barry Allen is planning, but to see Jay Garrick finally get some spotlight. Get the opportunity to do what he does best. And last but not least, we are seeing that Jai is starting to be used as that battering ram. We saw in the one-shot in the future where Jai had learned that he has the ability to knock down the fraction walls. By converting the Speed Force into strength, it makes him an indestructible wrecking ball, much like Juggernaut. Obviously, he hasn't fully learned to harness this ability, because when his sister threw him at the wall, he simply bounced off. But there will come a time that he will be an unstoppable, unmovable object. So let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with this series, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with the 1 Minute War. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having 5 different tiers, from $1 to $50. From loyalty badges to getting free comics every single month. Not only does it help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.